On this episode of 90 Day Fiance, Shaida and Bilal's prenup mess, I don't know, it feels like it was all for the drama. And Emily and Kobe, I don't know, Kobe's letting someone else come into their relationship and change who he is, and that's what I want to talk about today. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV, and today, like I said in the intro, I want to talk about Emily and Kobe and Shaida and Bilal from 90 Day Fiance. Let's start with Emily and Kobe. Okay, if you remember in the last episode, one of Kobe's groomsmen came into town early. His name is Temperature, and they don't ever really explain how he got that name. But anyways, Temperature manages to lower the temperature in Kobe's relationship. He starts telling Kobe or putting stuff into Kobe's head about how he needs to be the man and he's letting Emily get away with too much of her bossiness. Okay, you and I will agree that that's probably true, but I feel like if Kobe is going to put his foot down with Emily, it shouldn't be because his friend said so, right? So he goes from taking orders from Emily to taking orders to his friend, right? Which, I don't know about you, but if that was me and I'm his soon-to-be wife and he's switching things up because one of his friends said that he should, that's going to make me look at him in a different light, right? I'm not looking at him in the same. If I was seeing him as someone who had some strength and whatever, I'm not seeing him that way anymore because his attitude can be changed by someone that I just met, right? I don't care if they've known each other forever. I just met this guy and you're letting him come in and change how you act. I don't care if he's known this guy forever. She just met Temperature and Kobe's letting him step in and change how he behaves to her, right? I don't know any woman that wouldn't find this a turnoff, right? I don't know. I don't like Temperature. Temperature's a shit disturber, and it's hard to say whether or not that's who he normally is, or if production brought him in to do that, right? Like, yes, he's your groomsman, he's your friend. You know what? Let's stir the shit a little, right? He can't just come in and be a groomsman. He's gotta do something, right? He's the only one who shows up early, and I don't know how many Kobe has coming, but here's my question. Temperature lives in Columbus, Ohio, supposedly, right? I was feeling like, okay, if I know he's a groomsman, but you couldn't have brought like an actual family member? Do you know what I mean? Does he not have, like, instead of bringing a groomsman, could you not have brought, I don't know, mother, father, brother, sister, somebody to fill that role? Like somebody who was closer? And I don't know if he has those people in his life still, but I don't know. I just felt like you brought a groomsman and you could actually have brought a family member. Yeah, no. You could have got production to pay for someone else. I know. Temperature was already in the US, but I don't know. I just felt like they could have brought family. Anyways, in this episode, Emily finds out that Kobe told Temperature that she's pregnant again, and she not happy. And I mean, given how loose Temperature's lips are, I would be pissed that Kobe told him, because Temperature doesn't seem like the type who could keep a secret. He seems like the type who would let that cat out of the bag to make trouble, right? Because she doesn't want anybody to know in case it slips to her parents, who don't know yet. So here's my question. And this kind of doesn't have anything to do with the whole Temperature thing, but I feel like Emily's parents and her sister and everybody else can talk about how bossy and own way, as we like to call it, Emily is, but that's 100% her parents' fault. Like, she's what? I don't know, 30 to late 20s, and they still are letting her get her own way. Like, they're still paying for everything. They tell her, don't get pregnant. Like, I mean, come on, guys, you had one job. You had one job, don't get pregnant. And she got pregnant. She reminds me of Ariana in 90 Day Fiance Love in Paradise, and I'll get to that one in another video. But same thing, it's like, Do you guys not know where babies come from? Did no one have the talk with you when you were in your early teens or whatever? No one had that talk with you? You didn't learn about protection and all that other kind of stuff? You just willy nilly randomly decided you were going to do what you're going to do, and then you act surprised when you're pregnant. I don't get that. These are grown ass women. These are not young girls. They're not girls in their early teens. They're not even girls in their late teens. They're in their late 20s. And they're behaving like they have no idea how babies are made. I don't get it. So I'm kind of interested to see how Emily's parents will react to the fact that she's pregnant again. Now, we know that she actually, yes, she was pregnant again, and she actually already gave birth to the baby. They had a girl. But I'm kind of interested to see how her parents will react because I'm sorry, I would flip. Not because she's pregnant again, but because she's pregnant again, and neither of them, well, she works part time. He doesn't work because he can't work yet. He doesn't have his papers. They still live under her parents' roof, and her parents are still paying for everything. So I don't know. I feel like her getting pregnant again was like giving her parents a big middle finger because they're paying for everything. They live under their roof. She don't care. She don't care, but she doesn't care. You know why? Because her parents never taught her to care. So I don't know. It feels like, um, and they say even though you can raise two kids and they can turn out completely different, right? Her sister doesn't seem like she's cut from the same cloth as Emily. Her sister seems fairly responsible, right? But anyway, yeah, I don't like how Kobe let temperature come in and, like I said before, change the temperature in his relationship. I mean, I find that annoying. So temperature also is trying to talk Kobe into moving to Ohio, which is where he lives. So I think, oh, God, Kobe, get a spine. Get a spine, dude. I know you miss your community and all that other kind of stuff, but why are you making Emily, like why are you letting temperature change your relationship? Like you're essentially letting your friend change. He's actually causing trouble in your relationship because Emily finds she lands on a link in his on his iPad that temperature sent him to a one bedroom apartment in Ohio. Like, what is temperature trying to get with Kobe? Or I'm confused. Like, dude, go get a girlfriend. Go get a hobby. Go get something else to do and stop meddling in your friend's business. I don't like that temperature, dude. I just don't. Yes, Emily is a bossy bitch. Yes, she is. But Kobe seemed to be fine with it. I mean, I feel like he feels like he had to be fine with it because he can't work. Um, I mean, what's he going to do? He can't go anywhere. He doesn't know anybody, right? So I don't know. I feel like that also will change once he gets his papers and he can work and he starts meeting new people and making some friends. I feel like all of that'll work, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of temperature. Let's talk about Patrick and Thais. So in this episode, Thais meets Patrick's family, right? And I don't know, the way she behaves with his family, like she does not want to marry him. That is clear. By the way she talks when his she meets his sisters and his mom, right? And the sister, one of the sisters is asking her questions like, what do you love about my brother? And she says, well, besides he has a big heart. She can't come up with anything else. She says, he has a big heart, and then she goes on when she elaborates and says that he used to be this and he used to be that. Like he used to be kind, he used to be caring, he used to be this, he used to be that. When we met in Brazil and when we were traveling, he used to be this and he used to be all these things. Clearly, he's not these things anymore. So why are you marrying him? They even go wedding dress shopping. So even after her dad said just come home, and she's saying, oh, I trust my dad's what my dad says, I trust my dad's advice and all of that other kind of, I'm like, girl, you are in your 20s. I get it, you're daddy's girl, but you left for the US without telling your father that you weren't planning on coming back, and now all of a sudden your dad's word is law. I don't get it. So I don't understand how they went shopping for a wedding dress when she seems to be thinking about going back to Brazil, like her father says she should. Um, I don't think she'll go back to Brazil. I don't. I feel like she will stay in the U.S. because, I mean, what's she going to do? She's going to go back to Brazil and then what? Clearly, she misses Brazil. She misses her family. She misses her friends. She misses her daddy. Um, But yeah, and to not tell Patrick that her dad doesn't like him. And you know what? Kind of don't blame her dad because Patrick seems to be all about her looks. He is 100% enamored by her looks. The fact that she is, how can I put this nicely? A bitch. She's a bitch to his brother. She's nasty to like she's nasty. She's nasty to him.
Oh, this is a small house.
This is a I'd be willing to bet money that it's bigger than the house she lives in Brazil, right? I feel like she is an entitled how she got this way, I don't know. She's an entitled bitch. But he doesn't care. All he cares about is her looks. Period. I feel like if Patrick and Thais do get married, A, I don't feel like it will work out. Period. B, if it does work out, I feel like he will be miserable. So I guess work out. I would have to put that in quotes. It ain't gonna work out. And C, I don't see it lasting long. I don't think they'll stay together. She'll stay until she gets her green card, and then she'll go back to Brazil because then she can go back and forth, right? She can go home when she wants, she can stay there for a little bit, and then she can get back into the US without really any problems. So, I don't know. I feel like, Patrick, take the blinders off, dude. Take the blinders off. She's not there for you. If it wasn't for the fact that she is supposed to be marrying Patrick, like his mom and his sister said, she wouldn't be in the US, right? But like I said before, I don't feel like she actually wants to marry Patrick because it means she would have to stay in the US. So I don't know. And then his mother seems to feel like he might think about moving to Brazil, but that ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna move to Brazil. I feel like these two won't last. They will break up. She'll go back to Brazil. He will stay in the US. And he'll find someone else, which is probably what he should do. Anyways, that's all I got for this episode of 90 Day Fiance. Again, and as usual, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time.